The season opens with the ton abuzz once again, as invitations are sent for the first grand ball of the year. Eloise Bridgerton, still healing from her fallout with Penelope, returns to society with a sharper tongue and a colder heart. Yet whispers of a new viscount in town capture her reluctant curiosity. Meanwhile, Queen Charlotte searches for fresh gossip, determined to uncover a new love match worthy of her attention. The season begins under chandeliers of gold, where every glance and whisper hides a story waiting to unfold. Colin Bridgerton, now confident and steady after his turbulent courtship with Penelope, seeks to protect her from society's cruelty. Though their marriage is strong, the shadows of past misunderstandings still linger between them. Penelope struggles to balance her new role as Lady Bridgerton with the ghost of Lady Whistledown, whose quill she swore to retire. But when scandal threatens her sister's future, she wonders if silence is truly a virtue. Colin, meanwhile, senses her unease, torn between trust and fear of betrayal. Eloise's defiance finds new ground when she befriends Lord Frederick, an unconventional scholar who values intellect over status. Their conversations are electric, filled with wit, challenge, and unexpected tenderness. Yet Eloise, wary of being trapped by marriage, resists her growing feelings. Frederick's own secret, a past engagement broken by scandal, looms over their budding connection. The two dance around truth and vulnerability, caught in the tension between freedom and love. Anthony and Kate Bridgerton return from India, their marriage stronger but not without its cracks. The pressures of duty weigh on Anthony as he tries to balance his responsibilities as Viscount with his devotion to Kate. The couple faces whispers about producing an heir, and the ton watches eagerly for signs of an announcement. Kate, torn between love and independence, feels the sting of society's expectations. Yet beneath the glittering facade, their love remains fierce, a reminder that passion does not always bring peace. Benedict, the artist of the family, finds himself restless once more. After years of wandering, he returns home searching for purpose beyond painting. A chance encounter with a mysterious widow, Lady Clara, awakens something unexpected in him, a desire not for art, but for understanding. Clara's enigmatic nature draws him in, her sorrow veiled behind a captivating smile. As Benedict paints her portrait, he begins to uncover truths that blur the line between muse and lover. Daphne and Simon, though content in their marriage, struggle with the growing independence of their son. Simon's fears of becoming too strict echo his own upbringing, while Daphne urges him to trust their child's spirit. The two must learn to reconcile love with control, finding peace in imperfection. Their scenes together, though brief, reveal the steady flame of a marriage that has weathered storms. Simon's quiet wisdom becomes an anchor for the younger Bridgertons navigating love's chaos. Lady Danbury remains the ever-watchful guardian of propriety and rebellion alike. She sees through society's pretenses and quietly orchestrates matches that defy expectation. When she notices Eloise's growing affection for Lord Frederick, she offers guidance masked as criticism. Yet Lady Danbury also harbors her own loneliness, remembering a love she once sacrificed for reputation. Her wisdom comes not from triumph but from the echoes of her own heartbreak. The Queen's obsession with uncovering Lady Whistledown's true identity reignites when new pamphlets mysteriously appear. Penelope insists she's not responsible, but the tone and wit feel hauntingly familiar. Suspicion spreads like wildfire, threatening to destroy the fragile peace she and Colin have built. As the ton debates who could be behind the renewed scandal sheets, old alliances are tested, and enemies resurface. Penelope must confront the possibility that someone else has taken up her mantle, or that she can never truly escape it. Francesca Bridgerton, the quiet observer, steps reluctantly into the spotlight as the next eligible Bridgerton sibling. Her calm demeanor masks a deep longing for genuine connection, not the polite arrangements the ton offers. When she meets Michael Sterling, a charming yet melancholic suitor, their chemistry is undeniable. But his friendship with her family complicates everything. Francesca's journey becomes one of self-discovery, learning to choose love not out of duty, but out of courage. Gregory and Hyacinth, still young and mischievous, bring levity to the family's trials. Their sibling banter and pranks lighten even the darkest moments of scandal. Yet beneath their humor lies the early stirrings of maturity, as Gregory secretly begins to admire a family friend. Hyacinth, ever the curious one, meddles in everyone's affairs with dangerous enthusiasm. Their innocence contrasts beautifully with the adult world's complexity, reminding the Bridgertons what love once felt like before the world interfered. As Eloise and Lord Frederick's bond deepens, rumors begin to swirl. The Ton questions her virtue, mocking her independence as rebellion gone too far. Penelope tries to defend her, but old wounds reopen, reigniting their fractured friendship. Colin, protective of both women, finds himself caught between loyalty and truth. The season's gossip columns thrive on the tension, and Eloise must decide whether to fight for her reputation or follow her heart. Anthony, ever the leader, intervenes in family affairs when he sees Eloise's reputation at risk. His overprotective instincts clash with Kate's more understanding nature. Their disagreements expose the fragile balance of power within their marriage, pushing both to confront old insecurities. Kate's wisdom ultimately guides Anthony toward empathy rather than control. The two emerge stronger, proving that love matures not through passion, but through patience. Meanwhile, Benedict's romance with Lady Clara faces its own trials. Whispers of her past, a deceased husband, debts, and scandal threaten to destroy her standing. Benedict, torn between love and duty, must decide if his heart is worth the price of his family's disapproval. In a rare moment of vulnerability, he seeks advice from Anthony, who reminds him that happiness often comes at society's expense. Their brotherly bond deepens, uniting them in shared defiance. Penelope's world begins to crumble when a rival socialite publicly accuses her of being Lady Whistledown. Though the Queen doubts the claim, Colin's trust begins to waver. Penelope's silence only fuels suspicion, and soon, she's forced to choose between confession and ruin. Her confession, when it comes, is raw and tearful. Not to the Queen, but to Eloise. The two women finally reconcile, their friendship reborn through honesty and pain. The scandal sends shockwaves through the Ton, but Queen Charlotte, unexpectedly, chooses mercy. Impressed by Penelope's courage, she pardons her in exchange for one final anonymous column exposing a true corruption within the aristocracy. Penelope's words ignite a quiet revolution among London's women, giving them a voice in a world that silences them. For the first time, her pen brings not chaos, but justice. Colin, seeing her strength, rediscovers his faith in her completely, and as the final frame fades, Lady Whistledown's voice returns one last time, softer, wiser, and full of irony. "Dearest reader," she writes, "perhaps the true scandal is not who we love, but how bravely we dare to." The quill scratches across the page, and the screen fades to black, leaving viewers with the ache of anticipation and the hope that love, in all its chaos, will always find a way.